Matt bought a toy.
Today on the channel, we're taking a look at Link from Jakks.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Matt and Stu Review, where we take a look at your favorite toys from yesterday and today. Matt, what do we got on the table?
Well, today on the table, we have Link from The Legend of Zelda, and it's made by Jakks. I picked this toy up. I was actually shopping for a birthday gift with my daughter, and we were in the toy aisle, and I thought, well, let's see what they got. And I saw this Link toy. It was only like $10 and change, so I thought, hey, that's pretty cheap. Let's check it out. Articulation looked kind of good. I'd never heard of this brand. Full disclosure, it was from Walmart. And yeah, so I've been waiting to open it up. I'm very curious to take a look at it and its accessories. It looks like a fairly basic toy, but for $10, what do you want?
You know, he looks really cool in the package though. Just looking at him, you're like, that is Breath of the Wild Link. You see
Yeah,
it.
totally.
So yeah, let's open him up and take a look.
Yeah,
Oh,
I get to open it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Man, I love a toy when they don't have any kind of rubber bands holding them in there. You just pop them right out of the clamshell. So looking at the scale of this figure, he looks like he's a little smaller than your typical Marvel Legends, maybe more in like the scale that like Best Action is doing their Ninja Turtle line. I'd call him a 5-inch figure, maybe.
Okay.
He's not quite like 3 3/4 G.I. Joe size, but not quite 6-inch 1/12 scale.
Okay.
I'm really impressed by the paint on his weapons. I have to say, they look incredibly detailed for the price point of this figure. For a $10 figure, I mean, that Hyrule shield looks awesome. That Master Sword looks awesome. They have 4 colors on the Master Sword at least.
Yeah, gold, silver, blue. He's got green on the grip, like green string on the grip. And he's got like a really nice paint job on his tunic and stuff like that. Like even hits like earrings and little hair tie, stuff like that. The tunic is like a nice overmolded rubberized like thing. So as his like legs come up and stuff, the tunic will move with him.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, good articulation too.
You know, a lot of times too, I feel like they have a hard time translating the sort of anime-esque Link face to action figures, and this one looks really good. I'm going to step off camera for a second here and grab another Link that I actually picked up maybe a year or two ago,
Sure.
And we can compare them. So I went ahead and pulled out the only Legend of Zelda Link figure that I have. This is a Link from Skyward Sword. I bought him because he was kind of the most similar to the Ocarina of Time Link that I think we all truly love the most.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a AliExpress knockoff of like a pretty expensive Japanese import style figure. So this is the AliExpress Figma Skyward Sword Link. But if you like look at his face, it sucks. I think the Walmart Jakks Pacific, you know, is a little bit cruder, feels much more sturdy, and I'm much less worried about breaking this toy than I am about breaking that toy.
Yeah, I agree. Like there's like there's mold release lines on this that I don't see on this at all. All the joints and things are really kind of janky.
Yeah,
But how much did it cost you?
he had to be at least $25. Like,
Oh wow,
he
okay.
was not cheap. So
So even on AliExpress, it was
yes,
like a full toy price.
it was basically the knockoff of a $70 figure or something like that. So they still command like a high price, but you know, I could throw him in the trash, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of janky.
I'm loving yours compared to mine, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It does come with some interesting different like pieces. It has a different face swap, which I've never seen a face swap
Yeah,
on something.
that's kind of a Japanese import thing. They do that in a lot of the SH Figuarts and like the Dragon Ball figures and stuff like that.
Okay.
Rather than have a swappable head, they'll
It's
have a
just
hair piece that comes off and then a face that swaps in.
Weird. Okay.
I think that way they can give you more expressions a lot of the time.
Sure.
You
Yeah,
know,
totally.
I wanted to bring him out just to compare these two links. I actually think I think the sculpting on your Link is better too. Maybe Skyward Sword was a scrawnier Link, but definitely feels like Breath of the Wild Link there could beat up Skyward Sword Link.
I can totally understand why you would want to like pick up a toy that like is more reminiscent of the Ocarina of Time Link. Obviously that was like my favorite too. I'm like, was born in '85, so I grew up playing Ocarina of Time. It was like the biggest impact of a video game ever. I remember my dad actually coming out of the kitchen when I was playing it and was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
He's like, "This is like a movie." And it was, it was like when I had the big battle with Ganon and all that kind of stuff. And he was not big on video games, but that impressed him. But I have started playing the more recent Zeldas, and boy, they're amazing as far as like open world RPG. Like,
I feel like the new Zeldas are almost like what it felt like to be playing the old Zeldas as a kid, but now that you're an adult, you're like, oh wow, this is like how expansive I experienced Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, but like for real this time.
yeah,
Like,
riding a horse around the Hyrule field, like it's barren. There's nothing there, and it's like 10
Yeah.
polygons. Now you're like doing the thing. You're like, yeah, this is exactly what I had in my mind as a kid. So it's pretty cool and like fulfilling for that kind of stuff to happen.
Yeah, I will say that is the Zelda that brought me back to the whole like Zelda world as well. It just, finally got good enough. I kind of miss Skyward Sword. I miss Twilight Princess. I miss some of those 3D Zeldas that came between N64 and, Switch that we're in now.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I like that's right. When I went to college, I kind of stopped playing video games anyway,
Yeah.
so I really fell off the game train. And then we've just been wanting for something like this for a long time, and they just haven't had that. They haven't hit the Zelda vibe in quite a long time. It's a very cool like comparison to see your like your higher end toy compared to this one. I'm impressed for a $10 toy. Pretty good. Pretty
I'm
good.
really impressed, and again, like in particular, I'm impressed with like the paint apps and the accessories. Like he just looks great. I honestly can't wait to borrow this figure and take some photos of it.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, I mean, it can be. It's a good shelf. This could sit on your shelf or on your desk at work. I think it'd be totally appropriate.
Yeah,
But also, a kid could play with it and like
absolutely.
have their own adventures in the backyard. In their own Hyrule field.
I will say that sword feels pretty sharp for a 3 and up toy to me. I don't know. I don't have kids, but what do you think?
Lucky I'm wearing safety glasses here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the standards are. Maybe it's just like not a choking hazard
Yeah,
because
maybe
it's
that
such
is
a
what it
big
is.
part, whereas like this has little tiny parts that you could potentially choke on. That would be it, I would guess.
Yeah. So Matt, you
Huh?
actually bought a toy.
Yeah.
How would you rate this guy on a scale from 1 to 10? I'm gonna give him an 8, and I was actually prepared to give him a 7. Taking him out of the package, he impressed me more than I expected.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think an 8 out of 10, like for the value, for the paint maps, for like the overmolded pieces and parts, like the detail, everything like that. Pretty impressed with the quality. Good for kids, good for a collector, or even just like good for a shelf pony kind of a thing. Pretty excited. And we want to hear from you. What is your favorite Link from all of the Legends of Zelda across time? Stuart, do you have one in mind?
I was always partial to the Link in the red tunic from Ocarina of Time when you got like was it the fire hat? Or I can't even remember what
Fire
caused him to
power.
wear the red tunic,
Yeah.
but always liked that red tunic Link.
Man, it's really hard to say. Like, I want to say one of the older Zeldas, but man, those like N64 era Zeldas were pretty rough in hindsight. So I'm gonna go with Tears of the Kingdom, like the newest, crispest, coolest looking Link. Lots of different costumes. It's like fun to dress up your Link in different things. You can even palette swap him.
True.
So yeah, I'm gonna stick with that one.
Hard to
So
argue with that.
yep, let us know in the comments below. We want to definitely hear from you.
Thanks for watching, everyone. This has been Link from the Legend of Zelda line from Jakks Pacific.
And if you are into toys and reviews like these, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next episode.